Yo, what's up? Good morning, everybody. Starting in 20 minutes. Man, we were just talking about in the Discord. I kind of want to take Wisconsin today, but because it's a meaningless game for Purdue, but it was a meaningless game for Houston yesterday, and shit, they went and won by 60 points. So I feel like there's like when people play those meaningless game angles in sports, I feel like it's a double-edged sword. For example, if you remember during the NFL season in week 17 and 18, of course, the team that like has clinched a playoff spot or is eliminated or something, people will bet on the team that's playing for something, that's still battling, but even though they have a terrible record against the spread in those spots. And I think part of it is, I was just thinking about this last night. I think there's a second element. Everyone always talks about they need this game, so we got to bet them because they need this game. They're going to try hard. What about the element of, the other team doesn't need this game, so there's no pressure, right? Like they can play their game, play their basketball game, and not worrying about screwing up because they have nothing to lose. I think maybe they're like philosophically, there's only 100 people in here. I don't even know how many people are even listening to me. Nah, no NASCAR video today. I got to do the girlfriend thing today. I work an insane amount, so every once in a while I have to lose an argument and be like, all right, we can spend the day. But yeah, okay, so there's people in here. So don't you think what I'm saying has some merit? Like everyone's like, oh, this team needs this game. We got to bet them because they need it. They're going to try hard. But there's also the angle like, this other team, they don't need this game. So they don't have to worry about screwing up. Like they can go out there and play stress-free basketball. And I think, look, I was just more thinking out loud, but I think there's something to that. Maybe that's why in the NFL, teams that don't need the game in week 18 have an insane hit rate. Like everyone in the NFL, week 18, you're going to bet the team that needs the game, right? That needs to win to get into the wild card. But actually, the team that doesn't need the game is hitting at 64% or some shit. So maybe there's something to that. Yeah, Zay, basically that's what I'm saying. There's no pressure. I can go out there, play my game, try to have a big statistical night. And if I screw up, no big deal because we already... I don't know. Someone said no hat, you're hitting every pick. Actually, usually people say the opposite. People say they won't tail me when I'm not wearing the hat. Let's run a poll. True or false, Wisconsin can beat Purdue? Because that's what we're talking about. That's why I was speaking on that topic, was that. True, false. Yeah, everyone's coming in false on this one. I didn't have time to do a NASCAR video. I'm gonna post NASCAR pics on the website after this. I didn't even look yet. Was a busy weekend for me, man. I wouldn't trade my job for anything. Like being a business owner is awesome. Choosing your own hours, and it's the best. That being said, dude, this time of year with taxes, trying to get all that shit together. I don't have a bookkeeper, so this time of year, I'm always just like scrambling to try to get. I have to go find like every dollar I spent in 2023 and like just classify it all, and probably should do a better job of keeping that organized. Imagine putting a parlay together with Wisconsin and Michigan money line. Yeah, it'd be a home run swing. You know what? Let's glance at it. I'm going to pull up FanDuel right now. Wisconsin and Michigan money line. Because I was looking at Michigan also. I mean, I didn't bet either of them, but plus 1574. Just saying. Yeah, I do. I do have a personal account and business account. The problem is my shit's blended because, one, I'm not very organized with that, and two, this is a very weird field where like everything can be written off as a business expense. I mean, technically, a haircut, clothes, it's all business because I use it on the show. So it's very when you are the product, like essentially I am the product of my business. People buy my advice or they tune in to watch me talk. So when you're in that situation, almost everything is, you can write it off. And then I switched CPAs, so this new one is doing things differently, which I like her better than the guy I used last year, but it's definitely a lot of work. Thank you. Dr. Buttcheek says, my beard looks so nice. Yeah, oh, Scoop. All right, what's up? Let me get Scoop in here. Yeah, someone said I followed a lot of the plays yesterday, and damn, I did horrible. Man, you and me both. NBA I went 1-1. My bigger bet was the Bulls, but I also had a bet down on the Hornets, so I lost like $30 or something in the NBA. But college basketball, man, I swear it's like a repeating pattern where I'm like so pumped for college basketball Saturday, and then I like lose several $100s every single week. You know what it is? I had one really good college basketball Saturday back in like 3 weeks ago, I think. And now it's got me like pumped for every college basketball Saturday. And then I keep actually yesterday wasn't quite as bad as 2 weeks ago. A week ago Saturday, it was a bad one. Yeah, Providence started off nice too. Like 10 minutes into that game, Providence had like an 8-point lead, 7-point lead, and I was like, okay. And I hit Kansas State on the money line early, so I got off to like a nice start. And then I swear around, I want to say like 5:30, 6 p.m., I was feeling all right. Like I hit Kansas State. The Bulls had like a 10-point lead, and I was catching 7.5. I was feeling pretty good. And that's where things went terribly wrong. FSU fan, I say we, it was me and Toast. We wanted to bet USC too. We were talking on the live show. We were saying it like, yo, USC's going to win. But I mean, I didn't end up betting it. I don't think he did either. Oh, Toast is here. There we go. What about them Tar Heels?
What about any team that I bet yesterday?
That's what happened.
I lost like $2,500. My wife was like, 2 fucking grand. 2 fucking grand.
It was a rough one.
Fuck you, not you, my wife. Hey, good news. Good start to the day. I told everybody last night, I know I was dog shit, but I really love this under 157.5. Look what number it's at right now. 150.
Oh, I heard that. I got to take a piss real quick.
7 points of value. Yes. I don't know. I have no. I think that is just a general consensus of the industry. I mean, I know for a fact that I'm at no point am I ever like, oh, I got a winner. I lost 7 other ones, but I got this winner. Like, I usually don't even post that I have a winner if I have 5 other losers. Like last night in the USC game, like I had USC money line. Did I say anything? No, because I was fucking 0-17 before that. Like, what's the point? Yeah, I loved Monmouth, but I had him paired with Turtle.
Are you guys having conversations? They only can hear Toast.
Then yes, we are doing.
Can
that,
you hear
kind of.
Toast? Can you Toast? Can you?
Yeah,
hear
I can hear everything.
You can hear Scoop.
Yep.
Oh. Why aren't you answering him if you can hear him?
What do you say?
He keeps saying, "Toast, can you hear me?"
Yeah. Hello, I can hear you. Yes.
I couldn't answer the question.
We went through this already.
Dude,
I asked.
Like we've done this 3 times now.
We have not.
Andy?
Yes. He asked.
you.
He said yes multiple times. Yeah.
Thank you.
Toast, can you hear me? See?
That was on purpose.
Yo, Andy, remember when you picked Baylor and we all told you to take Texas Tech?
Whoa! You want to do this? Who picked Georgia? Huh?
Oh my God! You covered by the hook.
I just want to let you know that both islands I was on won again, so 7-on-1.
Dude, actually, I did the results yesterday. I put them in the tweet. Dude, whoever was on the island won.
Did good, right?
Like every single game was 3-1, and the island guy won. Like I won.
The only time I think that didn't happen was the Minnesota game, right?
Yeah, the island lost that one. But like I won on my Kansas State island. Dude, whoever was on the island won. So moving forward, maybe we side with the island guy.
Yeah. Just yesterday was like shitty too because like for instance like for VIP like Kansas would have been dead, but I didn't put USC on there. I put the over on there just like what was it, Kentucky and Tennessee, because I was like, oh, I was worried about. After I talked to you about Tennessee, I was worried about Kentucky, and then I was worried about Florida or Arizona as well.
Someone said,
"Oh, you guys are talking about." I won the show yesterday, so.
Yo, want to hear how bad it was?
Right.
For those of you that don't follow me on Twitter, I tweeted out the results. Scoop won. He went 9-11 against the spread. Me, Toast, and Andy all went 8-12.
Yeah, it was a good
VIP picks went like 1-11.
Didn't you get that? Didn't you get that plus money parlay at the end though?
I don't even know.
Yeah, you got like it was Kansas City versus Denver.
Oh, good for them.
It's a scorcher,
bro. I remember you were in the Discord talking about how horrible of a day you're having. I'm like, shit, it must be bad. And then I looked and it wasn't nearly as bad as you made it sound.
Yes, it was.
Oh, it wasn't a good day, but by the way you were talking in the Discord, I thought you went like 0-9. And I
essentially did I not?
No, you went like 3-6.
I don't do the results.
You went like 3-6, and it wasn't a good day, but you went like 3-6, and one of the hits was like a plus 120, plus 114 parlay or something.
I hate games like things like that, like when like I didn't put USC on there because it moved 2 points and it was like an easy winner.
I know, I'm pissed I didn't bet that one either.
Like that was like, yeah, It's like me like getting like, oh, I lost 2 points of value. Like,
Kyle, you don't have anything for NASCAR, right? Because I'm about to post it.
No, but I am going to but
right,
I'll
just
do
do
a
my own
separate
thing.
post. Yeah.
oh, speaking of posting, are you gonna make a new draft or can I?
Yeah, I'll
is
make
that-
it. I'll make it.
Okay,
a
I
template.
apologize on the duplicate thing.
Yeah, what you do is, Andy, did you watch that video I emailed you?
I got it
I
now.
did-
I watched. Sorry, go ahead, Eddie.
I did watch it. I just haven't gotten to look because I was doing all the stuff for
No.
the show this morning, so I didn't get to do it. But
Yeah, so
yes,
I
can see
made
it.
you a template that has your name and your thumbnail there. So whenever you
Yeah.
want to post pics on the site, you just duplicate
Yeah.
the template. Duplicate the template
Yeah.
first. That way, the
Which
template will
do I
always
have
be
to
there.
log into my Wix account or your Wix? I gotta get into
Yours.
Yours.
We'll set it up. I'll set it
Okay,
up
I'll-
when you're
I'll
here
set it up
tomorrow.
with you. Yeah.
It's actually really nice because you don't have to go through and click everything. Like everything is done
Yeah.
for you except for making a duplicate draft, which I did.
Right. And the idea is to get it so you can post to the site easily from your phone. Because currently that's a pain in the ass. If you want to put if you're not home and you want to post a bet to the site, it takes 5 minutes on your phone. But now with these templates, you could do it in 30 seconds. So that's the idea. And hopefully we can get Prop Beaver to start posting to the site. He's so selfish.
Well, imagine getting him to do extra work. Well,
I was just in the trenches taking grenades yesterday too.
Doug says, sorry, Andy, but Sparty stink and they're going down today. Are you a Sparty fan?
I've been on them a lot
So my
lately.
kids are fan.
I would have. All right. I was actually on them today. I think they're gonna crush Indiana.
No, I don't have a Detroit Mercy shirt. This is Detroit Tigers, not Detroit Mercy.
If you think Michigan State's gonna crush anybody, you are smarter than.
I'm on Michigan State today, too. I'm with you.
Thank you. Did you see the Big East bracket, dude? Oh my god! They got Providence, Georgetown, Seton Hall, St. John's. It's got to be the best conference tournament.
How about Georgetown, by the way?
I'll give. Oh, we
competitive?
got 3 minutes left. Just so everybody knows, USC is gonna win the Pac-12 tournament. BYU is
did you
gonna
bet
win
that?
the Big 12 tournament, and Boise State will win the Mountain West tournament.
Dude, you're
So-
not going to have 3 hot Cinderellas.
He didn't bet
Par-
3.
parlay it
I mean,
too.
I don't know.
Oh, I
if
bet
it's
all 3, Andy.
Yeah, I bet.
Parlay
Yeah,
it.
I guess they are all technically.
Well, I don't.
BYU's like one of the teams that
Let me tell you
I
guys
wouldn't be
something
surprised.
out in the world. I bet USC last night at plus 6,500. The books were so scared they moved it to plus 6,000 as soon as I bet it. As soon as I put $50 on it, it went move 500. That's what I'm doing right now.
I'm not saying it's bad to bet all 3, but there's no way all 3 are going to win.
Yeah.
I mean, Boise State, BYU, and USC, those 3 teams are playing the best basketball of the season right now.
Either way, I'm going to the Atlantic 10 tournament, which is the GOAT tournament.
Oh, I don't
so-
recall asking. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I mean, he's been
I
saying.
mean, I
it
thought
for a
I
month
thought my
now.
boss would get us to go to the Big East, but I guess not.
Would get us to go to the
He
Big
doesn't-
East. So,
he doesn't
so you want me to spend money so we
Yeah,
cannot
no.
work?
Yeah, that's not how he works. Come on.
Who works? We're not working at night anyway. We're good.
Maybe you're not.
I'm pissed. The St. John Seton Hall game's on at 2:30. They should just flip that day completely. It's just shit time.
2:30. So what's that make it? 10:30 a.m. my time. Beautiful.
Yeah, well, the game before that's going to be UConn against probably Xavier, if I had to guess.
How much are the session tickets?
Oh, dude,
It's like
$300.
that early UConn
$300
one,
for that
it's
first
yeah,
session.
300.
You know,
How many games? 2.
Two.
some people are
It's
so
it's
brutal
not
in the comments.
terrible. But
Welcome to the East Coast, baby.
I
He
know.
said Scoop faded his own team unsuccessfully yesterday. Shut up, dude.
That guy hates me. I don't even know why, but he does.
I know he's such
And
an
anyway,
asshole.
who's my favorite team?
I don't even know.
I really don't know either because Rutgers plays today. I went there.
I always thought it would be Rutgers or Seton Hall. That would be my guess of what your favorite team was.
I thought it was. I guessed it was South Carolina, and they won too. So.
But he bet
Yeah, like-
he was on South Carolina.
I know. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I'm confused. It doesn't make any sense.
But that free Fugie guy, like, honestly hates me. Like, I think he owns my die. I don't understand.
We
but
all.
that's
We,
okay.
there's a-
we all. I get we all do that too. but-
no. I'm saying we all have someone in the comments that hates. Like there's
true.
one guy that always comes in, and he says, "Listen to anyone but me." Like always. He's like he keeps saying, "Stop talking, Kyle."
it's like it's my show.
You can the one year you could have a year where 4 people on a show and all 4 people go 55%, and there will be people be like, no, fade the shit out of that guy. Tail that one.
You could do 60%, and they'd still
We can be on the same team, and someone will be like, "I'm fading him," but I'm gonna take the other guy.
Yeah. Also, I think we're gonna start, by the way, but real quick, I think people the term fading has gotten so blown out of proportion that people don't even know what it means anymore.
Fading and selling like
is
if
the
you
word.
use those words, we're probably
selling.
not-
I mean, that's just a word the younger generation uses. But I'm saying the term fading, I don't think people even know what it means anymore. So if this first game, can we use a game where we know the teams? Look, Nebraska at Michigan, right? If I'm on Nebraska and Toast is on Michigan, that doesn't mean he's fading me. It means just we're on opposite sides. Fading means I watched your show and I'm betting Michigan specifically because you're on Nebraska. That's what fading means. And people like will comment, be like, oh, I always fade this guy. Like, dude, you literally sit there, watch me just to bet the other side. That's what fading means. Fading doesn't mean you're betting the other side. Just happen to be betting the other side. Fading means you're betting the other side because I just wanted to clear that up. I don't think people even know what it means anymore. So
the pie charts are wrong, by the way. I don't know if you care.
Andy?
Well, no, they should not be. They should all be
Hold on.
in order.
We'll see it.
However, that game specifically, I know there's a few, they didn't have pie charts. The statistics are all messed up with the conference.
We're about to find out if Andy did his job right now on the.
That would make sense.
Andy?
I mean, like 4 of the games had no statistics on the pie charts. So I did do them all, though. I know for a fact I did them all.
5, 4, 3.
And if it's not right, just blame it on Scoop. There we go.
Okay.
Didn't have one.
No, they're right. They're right.
A couple of them had nothing.
There's
some
no
of them
data
had
for
something.
Munch. All right. So first game up, we got Longwood on the road. What the hell is that? Who is that, Scoop?
That's a UNC Asheville.
UNC Asheville. Okay.
Winner goes to the tournament. That's.
It was
all
like
you need to know
UNC
there.
and. All right. So Longwood plus 2.5. UNC Asheville minus 2.5, and winner goes to the dance. This is the championship.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right, Andy, I have you up first here. What do you think for this one?
Yeah. So what I did, because yesterday everybody hated my parlay. Well, I gave you a juicier one today. I parlayed all of the winners of the conference tournament games today, conference championship games, and UNC Asheville was mine. This one's probably the one I'm the least confident of. I will be honest with you, but I believe they are going to win this game. 2.5 is a solid number. I think that's perfect. I think it'll be a tight 1-possession game. Usually see that in the Big South Championship. Longwood's just kind of on a run right now. I didn't expect, and I don't expect them to complete it. Nobody necessarily thought they were going to make this deep of a run, and they've made it. UNC and neither of these teams were heavy favorites either. High Point was supposed to be in this spot. UNC Asheville's the second best team in this conference, so you know they belong there. Just a better team here, and I think they complete the run that they're on. So Asheville.
So you're on Asheville. What's their mascot?
Bulldogs. We watched their baseball team, remember?
Yes, I actually do remember that. Scoop, are you with Andy on the Bulldogs, or are you fading him?
I'm fading Andy. Strictly fading. I don't even have it. Yeah, both of these teams are coming off an overtime semifinal. Both of these teams are 1-1 against each other on the season. Should be a good one. It's going to be a close game. When both these teams played each other, it's been a 5-point game and a 4-point game. Longwood is one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the country, ranking 14th, while UNC Asheville is 301st in defensive rebounding. So there should be a ton of second chances for Longwood. Waylon Napper has been great so far this tournament, doing things on both sides of the ball. He can really drive downhill. He's a stronger guard than both of UNC Asheville's. They just knocked off the number 1 seed in High Point in a crazy game. I know this team's absolute garbage at the 3-point line, and probably that would make you want to take UNC Asheville, but Longwood's going to play tough. The rebounding advantage is really going to make a difference. I definitely feel like I'm on an island here, but I'm going to take Longwood.
Taking Longwood.
The wood.
Scoop taking Longwood.
The wood.
All right, Toast.
Longwood.
Do you agree with Andrew, or do you agree with Scoop?
I'm fading Andy. I'm taking
Everyone sees the term now.
I didn't expect that.
I'm taking the 3.5 with Longwood. Scoop just talked about it. Both these teams just played overtime games. They played obviously they played twice in the regular season, and neither team either game. The first game was 65-61. The second game was 85-70. So either one of these games, both of these games have been under 2 possessions. So if you're going to give me 3.5 points with a team like Longwood, that, like Scoop said, they can talk about, should be able to have the rebounding advantage. Obviously, their offense isn't very terrible, but at the same time, it's Drew Pember versus the world. I'll take my chances with Longwood in the defense. Give me the 3.5 points.
All right. I guess I don't know. I don't know anything about these teams. UNC Asheville, I guess. I don't know. I will be betting this.
If you're a fan of Drew Pember, take one side. If you're
Why
not,
did the
take the
chat
other.
stop working? I'll look into that. Why did the chat stop? All right, so UNC Asheville 53% to 29%. So community seems to be leaning towards the Bulldogs. Next up, Big Ten. Let's bring Scoop up first. Scoop, is this a spot to take Michigan?
No, there's just absolutely no way I could take a Michigan team unless they're getting 10 plus.
But laying 5.5 on the road with Nebraska also sounds insane.
Yeah, I mean, I believe Nebraska's in the tournament regardless, but I think it'll really ruin their seeding if they lose to this miserable Michigan team. They actually haven't played for a week and just got blown out by Ohio State, Michigan. And Kemwell went down a few weeks ago, and they've been terrible. They're averaging just over 62 points per game. Doug McDaniel's an okay player. He's really the only one that can score, but it just seems like he's doing too much on the court because he really has no help on that team. I don't blame him, really. This team's just a disaster. They have no cohesion. Michigan's 2-8 against the spread. They're past 10. They've been 8-22 against the spread all season. Plus, Nebraska just covered 7 of their last 10. I know they struggle on the road. They haven't been scoring a bunch these past 2 games, but that was Rutgers, and even Ohio State is a way better defensive squad than Michigan. But I'd like to hear anybody that could back up Michigan give me a reason why. Probably Kyle would.
Well, I full disclosure, I didn't take a ton of time looking at the game. It's just Michigan. I mean, laying 5.5 points on the road with the Nebraska team that doesn't play well on the road is fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
Isn't that like? I feel like that's how.
It's really the only reason. Yeah, I mean that's the only reason. I can't find another reason except that, to be honest.
Well, I feel like that's kind of how Nebraska's branded this year, as a team that sucks on the road. So, like, laying 5.5, that sounds nuts to me, Toast.
Yeah, I agree with Scoop. I bet this one. I set it down on VIP last night at 5.5. It's just a pure fate of Michigan for me. If you take a look back at their last couple of games, 2 of them on the road, I get that, but a 30-point loss to Rutgers. I mean, losing by 30 to Rutgers, home on the road, that's impressive. Like, that's really hard to do. Then they lost another 20-point game to Ohio State. We can throw away the Purdue game. Their last home game, they lost by 10 to Michigan State. They were able to beat Wisconsin, but Wisconsin's terrible on the road. Yes, Nebraska is terrible on the road. They have been all year. But they were able to play well against Indiana. They ran into a little bit of a buzzsaw in Ohio State. I mean, and keep in mind, Ohio State's one of the better teams that are playing right now in the country. That's a fact. That's just, it is what it is. So
yeah, they turned their shit around.
So, I mean, it is what it is. And then Nebraska goes in and then plays a very good game against Rutgers. Again, albeit at home. But I just think that the monkey's off their back on the road. So I'll take my chances with Nebraska laying 5.5 against a Michigan team that I truly think has given up on the season.
Doug Lane says Nebraska does not play well on the road, but they're playing a MAC team here. Scoop. Oh, you've already been. Andy.
Yeah, I don't need to waste time. Pretty much everything these guys said. If this game had
Come on,
happened
Andy.
No, if this game had happened 2 weeks ago when I thought Michigan was still kind of trying, like they looked good against Purdue in that game, they were playing hard. After getting they got crushed by Rutgers. It pretty much proved to me that team has quit on this season. So I get it. Laying 5.5 with Nebraska being an awful road team is very dangerous, but I just think that's how bad and that's how much Michigan just doesn't care at this point. So, yeah, I'm on Nebraska.
So you think they don't care?
I mean, when you get blitzed by Rutgers
Someone
like that,
says-
Rutgers is not a particularly great team.
Someone says it's M&M night at Michigan. You guys are going to make me do it. All right, Michigan plus 5.5. I'm betting it. Fuck.
Oh, the rapper.
Oh, my God.
Oh, the
my
rapper.
God. Did you think they were hanging out?
Eminem. Peanut M&Ms.
Yeah, they're honoring the candy. All right, I'm betting freaking Michigan.
He's fading us.
I'm actually not betting it yet.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
fading-
wait.
fading-
I'm fading you guys. 68%. I'm not betting that one yet.
Because then I get all these messages. Well, Sauce is on Michigan, and you posted on his website the other side. Ah!
Oh man, sticking in the Big Ten, we got Wisconsin on the road in Purdue, and this is what I was talking about before we started when we were in like the waiting room. I think there's something to be said for when everyone bets one side because they need this game and it's a meaningless game on the other side. I think that not a meaningless game is not necessarily a bad spot. You got guys playing without they're playing stress free. Toast.
There's no way in hell I bet Wisconsin here. There's no chance in hell. I didn't bet Purdue. I don't want to bet this game, but there's no way in hell I would lay it with Wisconsin here. So
they're not laying.
Huh?
You said
or take it with Wisconsin. There's no way in hell. So it's Purdue or pass for me. I have no reason to bet this game in any way, shape, or form.
Andy.
I've kind of felt the same way about Wisconsin. They got juiced by an early schedule where they beat a couple teams and played a couple close games that they weren't supposed to. Since then, in Big Ten play, they've pretty much been a wash, especially on the road. So I'm pretty much in the same boat as him. I'd either bet Purdue or I'd pass, but I really don't even want to bet Purdue that much because I do think there's something to be said that they don't give a crap for this game. That doesn't mean anything.
I know Scoop will bet Wisconsin with me, right, Scoop?
No, so I know Purdue already clinched the Big Ten. Even if they knocked out of the first Big Ten tourney game, they're locked into the 1 seed. I still think they need to show that they can beat a sliding Wisconsin by double digits. I'm looking everywhere, and I guess Wisconsin's locked into the tournament, though I'd really question it if I was on the committee. I don't see what Wisconsin has shown to be here exactly. They beat Marquette very early in the season. Really, it's a tale of two halves for Wisconsin. They were great earlier in the year, just terrible in the second half. They're 3-7 their last 10. They only beat Rutgers, who plays like a D2 school in the country currently. Ohio State, who fired their coach, and Maryland, who I'd rather watch my daughter's middle school basketball team play offense. So Purdue is the best offensive in the country. Edie's going to play way better than he did the first game. Jones, Smith, what's his name? Lawyer. They're all amazing three-point shooters. They can score anywhere on the court. It's hard to pick Wisconsin here, especially as a road team. The only thing I'd be worried about is if Purdue gets down somehow early and pulls a bullshit Kansas move and takes their starters out. But I'm going to assume they'll just kill Wisconsin here.
You understand Dickinson got hurt. He wasn't pulled. You know that.
Oh, I know.
You know that.
You
know that.
He's playing like he was trying to
last home game ever for Zach Edey and Lance Jones at Purdue.
Thank God.
I guess I'll put Purdue.
Sick of him.
Andy doesn't like.
I want to take Wisconsin. Polling at
Then
70. We're polling at 70% Purdue.
Baby.
Everyone's taking Purdue. The entire world. There's not one person on the planet betting Wisconsin. I'm fading you guys.
Fade us.
Fade me.
Fade me. Do it.
But the thing is, they're not.
They're selling.
They're not. No, I'm putting Purdue. I'm putting Purdue. I'm not. They're not.
Is this where you
win.
want to be when Jesus comes back with Wisconsin plus
with,
9?
with a Wisconsin graphic under your face.
This is the first thing you want him to see.
We got 68%, 20% in favor of Purdue. The whole world's betting Purdue. Scares the shit out of me. Next up, Drake. On the road, or not on the road. This is a conference championship here. Drake, Indiana State. Line is now, last night, Indiana State was laying 1. They're now laying 2.5. So I guess some money coming in on Indiana State, buying that lineup. Andy, would you bet the Bulldogs? What are these guys?
Drake is the Bulldogs. Indiana State is the Sycamores.
Would you bet the Sycamores or the Bulldogs?
I bet the Sycamores last night. Originally it was, I believe, minus 118 last night, and like that was good. That would be great now because I know it's just kept boosting the other direction. So I think they're gonna win this game. They've kind of been a collision course for each other all year. I think this is the game of the day. It should easily be the best game of the day. And I think Drake is just as good, but I think Indiana State's been waiting for this moment. They have a little bit more in terms of depth. They have the better 3-point shooting, I believe. I know Tucker DeVries is kind of whatever he does, Drake does at this point. Wherever he goes, they go. So if he has a great game, I could see this being wrong, but I think Indiana State just has more talent, and I think they're a better team. And I'm so happy this game's happening. So I think it'll be a great game.
He's so happy this game's happening.
I was waiting for this game. Everybody seems like if you're a Missouri Valley guy, and I do enjoy this tournament, this has been all year. People have been waiting for this game.
All 7 of them.
Damn right.
Sorry, I just got upset that the Patriots traded Mac Jones to the Jaguars. I don't know why we did that, but okay.
Wow. That's sweet. You got a nice backup quarterback there. For those that don't know, Scoop is a diehard Jacksonville Jaguar fan.
You got a guy who can hold a nice, mean clipboard.
That's not a joke. He actually is a real Jackson.
Why do we have Mac Jones? I don't understand.
Because he's a great backup. He's a gamer.
No. I didn't even know this was called Arch Madness. I don't know why, but I just knew that.
You don't know why?
I mean, I know why it's from St. Louis, but I just never knew they called it that.
You don't know why?
I mean, come on.
I didn't know they called it that. I'm gonna go with the better team in Indiana State. They hit a rough patch towards the end of the season, but they're still a great team and better than Drake. These two split their regular season matchups, but in this one, Indiana State's been rolling. They won 6 straight, all by double digits. Indiana State's is 22nd in the country in offensive efficiency, 12th in points per game. Plus, they're first in the country in effective field goal percentage, which is like an insane 60%. Their defense isn't something that's a strong point, but Drake isn't going to be able to slow down his team. All 5 starters average double-digit points. They spread the ball out around incredibly well. They were also ranking in the top 15 in assists too. This team really is an offensive juggernaut. The Rise is an awesome player for Drake. He's going to get his points, but Indiana State has better players. They have more bench depth. They should get their first tournament bid in 13 years.
13 years. Wow. Toast, do you agree that Sycamores are the move?
Yeah, the play that I love the most, I posted it last night, and I told everybody to bet it's the under. I bet it at 157. It's now 150, 151. So I'm feeling really, really good about myself right there. I also would lean Indiana State as well. Talking about Tucker DeVries really quickly, well, he's going to have to be hot to stay in this game. In his last couple of games, he has not been hot. 2 from 6 the last game and 2 from 5 or 3 from 7 the next game as far as from behind the arc. And now he's going to be facing an Indiana State defense that's #1 across all major categories in their conference. The only thing that Indiana State doesn't do is force turnovers. So maybe Drake can get some points there. But besides that, I think Indiana State's better on both sides of the ball. So I would take Indiana State as well. I bet them last night.
I want to go on the other side here.
Do it.
I mean,
I'm going to win both.
Drake, he takes a lot of hate, but he's now tied for 3rd with the most #1 albums of all time. Just
had a nice tape released on Twitter.
A nice tape
I'm
released?
sure you saw that video. Yeah, that was probably right on your Twitter.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I was making a joke about the artist. Give me Drake.
You made a joke about the artist, and the first thing Scoop had to do was bring up that he had a dick video released.
I wasn't talking about that, Andy. Jesus.
Oh
Where's your mind?
What were you talking about?
Where's your mind, buddy?
I don't even know what the hell that is.
Neither. I was making a joke about Drake.
I think Drake is still a good pick here. I think it's very much a toss-up. These are 2 very good teams. Do you think they're both in if Drake wins?
No, I do not. Drake has to win, I think.
No. I know Drake has to win. If Drake wins, you think Indiana State did enough?
I
don't know if they did enough.
They
lost some bad ones toward the end of the season.
I would doubt maybe first 4. And the only reason I say that is I do feel since it's a committee that part of them like being Indiana State with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or Kareem Abdul whatever they call him. Well, you know what I'm talking about. Like I can see them maybe getting in or whatever, but that's just like the human part of me, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm on Drake.
That was like a big topic yesterday on Twitter. Did Indiana State?
I
don't know if they did.
I think they would do it.
All right, let me get it up on the screen. Flex time. Time to flex.
Time. You need to get like a horn that we can sound every time you're gonna flex. Yeah.
Flexing $100 bets. All right, I'm in on Drake. I did the same thing I did with a couple of teams, or the same thing I do all the time. Drake +3 on Caesars. It was +3. And I got the money line at +122. Let's do it, Drake.
He's saying Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, not Kareem.
No, Kareem did not go to Indiana.
That's a funny nickname. That's a funny nickname.
Cream. It's Kareem.
The white guy in Indiana State you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. Next up, Ohio State at Rutgers.
That means nothing to him, Andy. That's why I didn't say it.
His name. No, dude. Names don't mean anything to Kyle. Come on.
Rutgers +1 pass. All right, Scoop, would you this line's only 1. I mean, Rutgers plays really good defense at home. I know that because we did the last video we did. Me and Andy put their home away splits, and their defensive numbers at home were they're like 9th in defensive EFG at home. But Ohio State's been red hot. Is 1 too short of a number here?
Yeah, it's a gross one here. Mag's been questionable all year. He's probably their best player. He's been really great at rebounding, just a huge defensive presence. But even if he's here, they've been a mess all year. I'm gonna go with Ohio State.
You're fading your alma mater.
I'm fading. Yeah. So the guy that says I'm fading my team, I'm doing it again. The Rack was a huge home court advantage throughout the years, but as much as their defense is the best in the country, that offense is gross. They're 4th in defensive efficiency, 281st in offense. That's the biggest variance in the country. I'm not saying Ohio State's great either, but maybe they're good since they fired their coach. But they just ran off 3 straight. Right now, Ohio State just has better players than Rutgers. Bruce Thornton and Roddy Gale has been better since Chris Holtman was fired, and even Zed Key is finding his rhythm on the defensive side. Either way, these two aren't playing for a tournament bid. They're probably playing for seeding in the Big Ten tourney. I think they just hold out Mag today for the tournament, and he really is a big part of their team. This game's going to be a low-scoring game and really, honestly, not worth your time. But if you're going to bet it, I would take Ohio State on the road.
Someone says it's Isaiah Pacheco night at the Rack.
I actually wouldn't be surprised if it was.
Nah, it'd be Ray Rice night.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll celebrate him.
Andy.
I'm on the opposite side. I think Rutgers at home will. I think they'll win this game. I think there comes a time where Ohio State will come back down to earth. They are not this good of a team. As good as they're playing right now, this is just kind of, I want to say, false right now. Kind of call them frauds right now. They're kind of playing a little fraudulent. I like the situation they've had recently, but I think it's going to stop on the road. Rutgers is a very tough place to play. It's the last game of the season, so that place will be rocking. I know a lot of them will probably be anticipating next season for Rutgers, but I do think that this team's good enough to win this game. They're also coming off blowing out Michigan, and as bad as Michigan is, that's definitely a confidence booster. So I will take Rutgers.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, as you guys know, I can't bet this one, but I love those splits for Rutgers. You know what? I probably should have pulled them up while Andy was talking. See if I can pull them up real quick and show you. Rutgers home away splits. Their defense at home was nuts. It was like one of the best in the country. Hold on, here it is. Rutgers. Here it is. Defensive efficient field goal percentage at home, 9th in the country. Rutgers has excellent defensive numbers at home, so let's do it. I mean, like I said, I can't bet it though. So, but I'll take the Scarlet Knights. Unlike Scoop, I believe in New Jersey and what New Jersey stands for.
Next year, man, it's going to be a big year for Rutgers.
I thought that about this year too.
Well, they also have the
I'm
number
also
2 and number 3
closet
recruits,
Rutgers supporter. For those who didn't know that, closet Rutgers supporter. I like the under 135 for me. Just to poke at what these guys were saying. Ohio State's been playing really well right now, obviously, but offensively they run a very, very slow pace, 12th in the Big 12. Rutgers runs a little bit of a higher pace, but their defense is what really they play for. I don't really worry about Rutgers offense, so I'll take the defenses, the slow pace, and an under in a rack.
Under makes sense. So 54%, communities leaning towards Ohio State. 54%, 53%, 38% is the poll. Next game coming. Austin Peay at Stetson. The moment you've all been waiting for.
This is a game.
I actually like one of these.
Another championship
I think
game.
this is a very good game. Yeah.
No,
I'd rather watch this than Ohio State Rutgers.
I worked next to Andy all day. Trust me, he wasn't being sarcastic when he said this is a game.
This is a game.
I know. I know you're really excited for this. So, Toast, would you go with
let Andy go first?
Oh yeah, this is a game.
It's his game.
I put him in a parlay.
Did you make a graphic for it?
I did. I sent it to you too. Yes, I took Stetson in this game. I believe I picked all 3 of the winners. They were the last one. Better team thing. I mean, they are running on, I want to say, false energy because they should not have won their first game in this tournament. They were dead. Came back and won. They looked pretty good yesterday or the other day. I think it was 2 days ago. I just think better team again. Better team, not on this crazy run, and I think they're going to win this one. They've been waiting to win this one anyway. I did change up the graphic today because of everybody was making fun of me yesterday. I centered it. It's centered, so there you go.
That's now
Those are the
centered.
three winners.
UNC Asheville, Indiana State, Stetson plus 365 on DraftKings. There you go. Andy's parlay.
I agree, except Longwood.
Someone asked, we're going over the Furman-Samford game. I don't think we have that one. No. So you are taking Stetson in this one with your square parlay.
I think it's just all the favorites, which is unfortunate, but
it is unfortunate. Let's send it over to
all those
Scoop.
people squares.
Would you take Stetson as well?
Yeah, I'm going to. I was hoping for a complete underdog run, but we still have two teams that aren't really the front runners. Stetson is, but I thought Eastern Kentucky or Lipscomb would be here, but Stetson's a little lucky to be here. Jacksonville blew a 10-point lead late. Stetson's never been to the NCAA tournament, but they're also playing at home here, something that somewhere they've been great at all year. They're 13-2. It should be wild there. Jalen Blackman and Steven Swenson are great in the backcourt. Their center, I don't know what his name is, but he leads the nation in effective field goal percentage for in the whole country. He's been a beast in this tournament. Both of these teams are pretty god-awful on defense, but one thing Stetson can do is hound the ball handlers. Austin Peay goes ISO a lot, 356 in the country in assist rate. They don't really share the ball around. Cy Witt for Austin Peay isn't as strong as Stetson. I think he'll get bullied down low. Yeah, I think Stetson's going to go dancing for the first time.
He said in some of the comments, says, Andy, don't let them talk into naming your parlay Dookie. What the hell?
I did that because
I know,
got so many Dookie names. I was like, I have to.
Yeah, but the comments pressured you into it by calling it Dookie.
Yeah.
Toast?
I'm going to be on a toast little island here. I'm going to take Austin Peay versus plus 4.5. I just think that obviously these two teams played earlier in the year twice, and Stetson won both games. They won the first game pretty handily, or I'm sorry, that was last year, or earlier this year. It was only a 1-point game, excuse me. But Austin Peay's going to slow this game down, and it's not like Stetson's one of these teams that's going to run out and get out and run either. As far as the conference goes, Austin Peay's 12th in average possession length, Stetson's number 9. And then Austin Peay, a really good three-point shooting team. Stetson doesn't really do a good job of defending it, so I think that they can get some looks here open from 3. They're comfortable in this building, so I think this pace is going to be slow. I would lean under 2, so I'll gladly take 4.5. With
it looks like it's 4.5 now. So yeah, you're right. I'm down to jump on Toast Island with them. Yeah, I know technically if I take Austin Peay, then it's not really the island because we're 2-2 split. But the community's heavy on Stetson. The community's like the 12th man. The community is our 5th vote, and they're voting Stetson. So yeah, I'll side with Toast on this one. I don't. Did you put this on? Are you actually betting this, Toast? Or is it just...
I'm going to. Yeah, I was waiting. I missed Indiana State. I didn't put Indiana State on there. I thought it might move, but yeah, I'm 4.5 will definitely be on VIP.
Hold on, let me see where I can get the best price. If this line's moving, I want to make sure I get the best price. 1 second.
What's the line?
Tyler Reddick's gonna win NASCAR today, by the way.
I didn't get a chance to look. Don't taint my shit.
All right. Somebody asked about the Charleston game. I can't bet it, but I would bet them minus 9.5. They should crush Monmouth.
You can still get. Okay, cool. So, FanDuel. FanDuel's the winner. Sorry for the delay. 1 second. Let me get this bet down.
You just hate Monmouth, Andy. That's just the plain as
they're not very. I couldn't believe they played that well away from Monmouth. They had literally not won a game away from home in forever. They finally they crushed Campbell yesterday. But Charleston's.
Another really disappointing team. You probably don't see them much being on the East Coast. Is UC Santa Barbara? Like, what are you guys doing? Like, absolute shit show over there. Figure it out, Gauchos.
What are you expecting from UC Santa Barbara?
They made the tournament last year, right?
Fuck. What?
I believe they were in the tournament last year, no? Team. I feel like they've been.
It's one of the UCs, so it's one of 9.
I'm aware there's a lot of them. UC Irvine, UC Davis, UC Santa Barbara.
I'm in. Next game. Poll finishes on Stetson 59%, 27% or whatever. Next. Sauce flex alert. All right. SMU at UAB. I would take the over if they were playing football.
Definitely.
So, I mean, I don't know anything about these two basketball programs. In fact, I don't think we've had UAB graphics up this entire basketball season. We did a couple.
No, we definitely did.
I think it was one.
Yeah.
We did. I mean, we did a couple of their football games, or I did, I should say. Would you take the Dragons here at home? Is this a conference tournament game?
No.
No.
So it's a home game for UAB.
Yeah.
Does anyone know does anything have any of these teams have something to play for?
Yeah, so I'm going to take UAB as the home team. This is a fight for the 4 seed, actually. Whoever wins this is locked into the 4. SMU won their last meeting, so this is a payback game, especially UAB at home. UAB is a great team offensively. They work off the screen well. They can really knock down shots. Plus, they're coming off a game where players were paid to lose for the game for Temple. I don't know if that's been true or proven, but that's a pretty crazy story. UAB was sliding recently, and SMU is probably the better team, but SMU is also in a bit of a slide. I'm siding with UAB here strictly because of their offense. I know their defense is pretty terrible, but they have a solid starting 5. They're all averaging double digits. Their free throw shooting is a lot better, and with narrow spreads like this, it'll be a factor. I'm going to side with the UAB home team. SMU won't be able to do much offensively, even against this poor defense. Phelps and Harris are going to try to carry the team for SMU, but I don't see anyone else doing anything on that team offensively. And plus, it's senior night, so I'm going to take UAB.
Toast.
Senior night.
I'll be on SMU personally. I just not really a fan of what UAB did the last game against Temple. What Scoop was alluding to, I'm dead serious. There was some shady shit going on there. I mean, that's just a fact. And then on top of the fact that SMU has actually played decent on the road this year, I understand that they've lost their last 2 road games, but that was to Florida Atlantic and South Florida. Both of those teams way, way better than UAB. And then even going back farther into the year, North Texas on the road, Memphis on the road, both those teams at least 50, 60 spots better than this UAB team on Ken Pop. So I'll take my chances with SMU, a team known in the past to cheat themselves. So I should be able to get that as well.
Someone said that Andy, they like your parlay. They're adding Samford.
Don't hate that.
Son of Samford.
Would you take the Dragons here or the Mustangs?
This is to me. This is a legitimate toss-up because I do think
the points.
Yeah, I would just go with the points here because these two teams are very similar. They're literally fighting for the exact same spot in their conference, and I do agree with them. UAB, that was Temple. Temple clearly they didn't give a crap about that game. That was ridiculous. But yeah, I think SMU they've struggled a little bit recently. I think they lost 2 games outright the last time that they were favorites. Whatever. I think they'll make a comeback here. It's just these two teams are literally the same thing. So.
Did you see what Scott Ellis said? He said Hard Rock's not even allowing bets on this game and not even listing the Temple game. that's some shady shit, man.
I get it. That was Kyle, I don't know if you remember. That was the game that went from 2 points to 7 points.
7.5.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I just put UAB up for me, but I don't have a goddamn clue.
That was like the second time I heard Jim Root talking about it. That was like the second time Temple had been in some type of a weird situation where their line was all messed up or something.
49%, 37% in favor of UAB. So the community leaning towards meaning with me and Scoop. Next up, Michigan State, Indiana. And before we even get started, I'm putting Michigan State up for me. January, February, Mike Izzo. Which one of you actually said that?
Andy.
You said Mike Izzo.
I was all right. I was on
Fucked
vacation.
it up, and now it's forever gold.
January, February, Mike Izzo.
It was such a good.
That's
I had
classic.
it set up perfectly too. It was working, and then Mike is.
I'm on Michigan State here. I've cashed a couple bets with Indiana, but I'm gonna go with Michigan State. I feel like a lot of people are taking Indiana here. Scoop.
Michigan State broke their 3-game losing streak in that ugly game against Northwestern, but really didn't look great doing it. I'm going to take Indiana. I think this is the first time I'm taking Indiana this whole season. I mean, they won 3 in a row. They look like a semi-functional basketball team. I like the spot for them. Indiana's playing with a bit of desperation. They're trying to get all the wins they can get just to try to get into the tournament. I still don't think it's going to happen, obviously, but Ware should have a monster game here down low. Sissoko just really isn't that good in my opinion. Ware's a better player and definitely a better scorer. Xavier Johnson came back for Indiana, and all of a sudden they have a point guard that can distribute the ball and He can score really well. He could drive in the paint, kick it out. Renault should also get on the glass and out rebound out rebound for Indiana. I hate taking this Indiana team. Obviously, the coaching factor advantage goes to Izzo, but Indiana's been great lately. I like them to take their last home game, so give me them.
Someone said Ray Rice night at Indiana. Dude, Ray Rice went to Rutgers.
Switch scoops. He said Indiana.
Are you taking Indiana?
I don't want him to have it.
Yeah, I'm on Indiana.
When we're right,
he said I'm taking. He started his sentence.
I know how he started. It sounded like he was going Michigan State at first.
No,
he went Indiana.
Indiana is so much better.
All right, Andy.
Oh yeah, Michigan State. No, he said Indiana. Michigan State, 100% for me. This is a perfect spot where everybody's taking the home dog, and I'm not biting on that. I know Michigan State did not cover against Northwestern, but I don't care. They're going to win. Indiana is an awful basketball team. I don't care if they look better. Their last 2 games, they're playing nobody at this point. They are. I'm completely off of them 100%. I think they're a first-round exit in the Big Ten tournament. Michigan State, as I said, when the calendar turns to March, that team becomes a completely different team, and they are a very talented team that could go on a big run in March, and this is where it starts. So, Michigan State.
Toast?
Wow, I didn't expect that. I'm on Indiana. I'll take the points. The pie charts make me probably end up not betting it, but Scoop said it best. With Xavier Johnson back, this team has been completely different. So I'm not trying to make a case that they are a good basketball team in any way, shape, or form, but he's been back since the Wisconsin game. He played 15 minutes in that game. He played 32 minutes the next night, 22 minutes the night before. So I expect a full 25-plus minutes from him. And when he's been on the floor, Indiana's been a different basketball team. Their coaches talked about it in the media, and it's shown on the basketball floor. So there's no reason for me to believe that Michigan State's going to go on the road and win 4 games. I don't give a shit what month it is.
All right, we're split down the middle in this one. Me and Andy. Toast fading Mike Izzo. Dude, fading Mike Izzo in March.
Imagine fading Mike Izzo. Couldn't do it.
Unbelievable.
I wonder how many people are watching that didn't see the other one. They're like, these guys think it's Mike Izzo.
Dude, for the March Madness show, when we get to the Michigan State game, there's going to be so many comments. Like, you guys know it's Tom, right?
I think Tom Woodson's going to kill him right here. So.
That's good. That's a good one.
All right, Illinois on the road in Iowa. We got...
Oh, my God. Look at those pie charts. Gross.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards, with those charts, I'm leaning towards Iowa here.
So was I. Damn it.
I didn't bet this one, but this seems like a real sharp line to play. Why is everyone betting Iowa? I mean, I know why I am. Why is everyone else betting Iowa?
They're hot.
Yeah, so I'm taking Iowa in this one, and I did plan to bet it, and I'm sticking to the plan. Let me see where the best price is real quick, actually. Iowa.
So you guys are all on Iowa?
I am. I don't. They didn't go yet.
Well, Toast said he's leaning.
ESPN bet.
I had him circled.
ESPN bet. Let me get my Iowa bet down real quick.
It's just them and Nebraska, dude. Just play them at home, and you're gonna win money.
So why'd you take Nebraska on the road then?
I mean, doesn't mean
today?
take them on the road.
It's also a better spot.
So go ahead, Andy.
I don't think words can.
I see the world is on Iowa. I had a feeling people were going to be. It's a popular upset pick. I am on Illinois. I think they're the better team. I know Iowa's playing very well right now, and that's usually scary come March. But I like this Illinois team. Their defense is really solid. Illinois is going to score. I mean, Iowa's going to score, obviously, but they have no defense whatsoever. So I'm 100% on Illinois. This is more because I knew everyone's going to be on Iowa, and I think it's very popular. I think it's a toss-up game, so I'm on Illinois.
When you say everyone on Iowa, myself included.
Yeah.
I just placed the bet. I'll get it up on the screen. All right. So Andy's on Illinois. Scoop?
Yeah, I'm on Iowa. One of the better games today. I'm going to ride the home team. Illinois is locked into the 2 seed for the Big Ten tourney. Iowa's going to be playing for everything, a better spot in their conference tournament. They're under the first 4 out in a lot of projections. And a win of Illinois would definitely boost their resume significantly. Even if Illinois was playing for something, Iowa's really turned it on lately. They won 4 of 5, 2 on the road against Michigan State and Northwestern. On this 5-game run, they're averaging 1.21 points per possession, which is a ridiculous number. They're killing teams in the paint. Freeman and Cricky has done awesome down low. I know Illinois is a very solid interior defensive team, but I still like the matchup there for them. Iowa also had a week off for this game. They're well rested. Their defense isn't good, but I think their offense is going to do enough to take the win here at home.
Toast?
I'm going to go. I like Iowa. I'm going to do it a little bit differently. Iowa team total over 85.5. I'll do that just to kind of get away from everybody else on the Iowa on the total. Both these teams played a pretty decent pace, especially Iowa, who likes to really get up and down. Iowa number 3 as far as average possession length in the Big 12, the Big 10. And at home, they've been really good. 90 against Penn State at home, and then another 88 against Wisconsin. They put up 90 against Minnesota at home. So 88 against Michigan. So this team, when they're rolling, they should play well. A lot to play for in Iowa as well. I think there's going to be some fast pace. So I'll take over 85.5 points for Iowa.
The poll, Iowa won the poll, but it's not overwhelming. It's 48%, 40%. So there are a lot of people betting Illinois out there. But Iowa does win the poll. Next game, Maryland at Penn State. And I know all you guys probably think I'm taking the Penn State here because I'm a Penn State apologist when it comes to the basketball program. But this is a spot for the Terps. Terps are winning this game. Before coming onto the show, I didn't bet this one yet. But coming into today, the only bet I knew that I was on without changing was going to be Maryland. Maryland has one of the best road defenses in the country. No one can score in the Terps. Defense travels. This Penn State team shouldn't be favored here. Maryland's the better team, and this is the reason they're favored is because it's at home in Happy Valley, obviously. But Maryland's not only the better team, but they play better on the road. Terps up. This is the Terps spot. I hope one of these guys takes Penn State so I can screenshot it later. Toast.
I'm on the Terps as well. I'm just not. I really like. I really think that Mike Rhodes is going to be in for some trouble here today. I'm just really not a fan of this Penn State team. I understand that they've looked good at some times, but I think winning at Rutgers and Indiana, and then they stole a game against Iowa, then they lose 3 straight. They look decent against Illinois and Indiana, then they lose 2 straight. It's just not a team that I trust. So I'll take Maryland playing this defense that is going to slow this game down. Points are going to be at a premium. I'll take my chances with Maryland, who has the best defense in the Big Ten.
Scoop.
Yeah, this is our last game, right? I think it is.
Yeah, you're on the Terps, right?
Yeah, I like Maryland on the road here. Neither team are very good, but I'm going to grab Maryland. Their defense is going to be too much for Penn State. Penn State's 321st in rebounding. They're just terrible there.
So, by the way, sorry to cut you off. I'm sorry. But a couple comments mentioned, apparently Maryland is now laying 1.5. So you can see on this graphic in the bottom left, it's the pie charts. It has the timestamp up there. So the consensus line at 10 a.m. was Penn State minus 1.5. So this line flipped recently, as in like within the last hour and a half. So, all right, sorry about that, Scoop. So yeah, Scoop's on the Terps.
+1 in a lot of books.
Oh, really? All right, never mind. That's what I get for listening to the comments.
Yeah, Maryland's still +1. I just checked. So, where was I? Yeah,
no,
so
it's
Maryland,
not. Oh wait, never mind. Go on.
Jesus Christ. Maryland is 7th in defensive efficiency. They're not a solid offense. Penn State has a poor effective field goal percentage on defense, ranking in the 200s. Maryland can definitely take advantage of that because they're a poor shooting team in general on offense. So I think they'll have a better offensive game than usual. As much as they're a poor shooting team, they're actually one of the best free throw shooting teams in the country. They get to the line a lot. Maryland's just playing better lately. They won 3 of their last 4. Plus, you can see Penn State going cold a lot in streaks. You saw that in the Minnesota game. So with Maryland crashing the boards and creating turnovers and just playing their same style of defense, this should be a Maryland win.
Are we sweeping Terps, Andy?
Yeah, I wanted to give you your screenshot. I thought Scoop would give it to you. I can't. I think Maryland's going to win this game. He brought up a great point. I've pretty much said this about Penn State.
But it's senior night.
Cool.
Well, you usually love senior. You're a big senior night guy.
I'm not. That is definitely Scoop's thing.
I never said that.
You're right. No, we don't have a whole episode's worth of proof that you did.
Don't waterboard me.
No, I think they're gonna Penn State's gonna get out rebounded by pretty much anybody they played. They have pretty much all year. This is a great. You need extra possessions against Maryland's defense because you're not gonna score the first time. They're that good of a defense. So their offense might suck, and it sucked pretty much from the beginning. But yeah, I think Maryland's gonna take this one.
Terps up. All of the Terps community leaning towards the Terps also. Let's do it. I don't care that it's actually pie chart at 10 a.m. we're leaning towards Penn State. So We're a Terps program. Let me see. We don't have another game. So I actually don't have time to do the community parlay. I'm doing lunch with doing the girlfriend thing this afternoon. So everyone, thanks for watching. I'm gonna post I'm gonna post NASCAR stuff in the afternoon. It'll be closer to the race time though. It'll probably be closer to like 2:33 p.m. So everyone have a good one. See you